off, I just want to give all praises to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shah. I want to give double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and want to say peace and blessings to the sincere Akim that's pushing the word of truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth, man. Right now, man, it's been on my spirit. I've just been meditating how we just in a sinful empire, and chiefly we're under a demonic rulership right now. And that basically affects the vibration and how everything and how everybody's operating out here, man. We know ultimately it's according to the will and spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah, but you know, the ruler, the leader of a nation sets the tone for how the people will act. So at the end of the day, the Most High set up Esau to take the blame. That's the point that I'm going into. So you can go ahead and get it.
Psalms chapter 94, verse 20. Shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with thee, which frameth mischief by a law?
That's right. So the scriptures say, shall the throne of iniquity have a fellowship with thee? So we got to break down what's the throne of iniquity. That's talking about that rulership, man, or the so-called white man, which we know are the Edomites according to the Bible, man. This whole empire or this hegemon system that they have globally stretched out throughout the earth, man, is based on iniquity. Because we always have to go to the inception, man, of how they came into prominence, man. And it was all of rape, robbery, deceit, murder, and betrayal, man. And basically at the expense of the Lord's people, man, the apple of the Most High's eye, man. So the scriptures is asking, shall we have fellowship with the throne of iniquity? Because our people for years, man, throughout history, we've always tried to put moves in play to try to join hands with this damn devil, and we get irritated because it just never works. But we always have to understand through the spirit that it was never meant for us to be joined with the devil, man. Because if basically we was gonna get along with the so-called white man, it would have happened years ago, man. That shows also going back to the prophecy in Genesis, the 25th chapter of Jacob and Esau, that spiritual battle was from the womb, man. Because every other nation besides Jacob and Esau, those are just extras in the Most High's movement. It's always been between those two pivotal characters, man. That's the epic battle that the Most High wants right now, you know? And right now, at the time that we're in now, it just so happens that the wicked, the Edomites, are in rule. So hell nah, man, we're not gonna compromise and we're not gonna agree. And I'm talking about the men of the Lord, the elect that the Most High got set up. And that's why we're the problem to Edomites, and chiefly, I'm talking about the elite. We're the biggest threat to their New World Order agenda that they want to set up, man. And the only thing that we got is the truth. They got all the militarization, they got all the money and the resources, they got all the control over the media, they got controls over the minds of the people. But guess what? The Most High gave us that one single thing that's gonna conquer everything in this place, man, and that's the truth. Go ahead, brother.
Jeremiah,
Anyway.
chapter 2. Where you want me to start at? I was gonna go straight to why trimmest thou thy way. You want to go there straight there?
Go straight there.
Jeremiah 2 and 33. Why trimmest thou thy way to seek love? Therefore hast thou also taught the wicked ones thy ways.
That's right. So why trimmest thy way to seek love, man? Because our people go through everything, and I'm talking about people who know they Israelites, man. Because I gotta put some of these whack-ass Israelite churches on blast. Chiefly like guys like ISUPK, IUIC. These niggas are basically forming confederations and leagues with the damn devil. Basically taking on 501c3 charters. And basically, when you take on that 501c3 charter, you're basically given a curriculum of what to teach and what not to teach, man. And that's the thing, that's the standards that's been lifted up through the true men of the Lord, man. We teach everything in this Bible. The good, the bad, the ugly, everything, man. We teach the whole road. The scriptures tell you in Revelation, the 22nd chapter, you're not supposed to add or take away from this word, man. And especially to trim your way to seek love, which you're not gonna get no love from the devil, because the scriptures also tells you never to trust thine enemy. Go ahead, brother.
Verse 34. Also in thy skirts is found the blood of the souls of the poor innocents. I have not found it by secret search, but upon all these.
Right, and it says upon thy skirts, man, the blood, basically the blood of the Lord, the blood of the Lord's people, man. The scriptures talk about that blood, man, which is the life. It cries throughout the earth, man. So all that blood that was shed, man, that blood's crying out for justice and vengeance, man.
It's, if I may answer, like you interrupted, it's saying it's found on the skirts, which is the same as saying it's all over you.
Exactly.
The blood of the innocent is all over you.
That's right, brother. Yeah, because Esau, spiritually, we know if you can receive reincarnation, they're Cain. The biblical Edomites, when you go back to it, they originate from Cain, man, that seed of Cain, which we all know Cain was the first murderer on the earth. And the scriptures talk about his brother's Abel's blood cried out to the Most High for vengeance, man. And that's why Cain became a vagabond and just going from land to land, trying to basically get away from that wicked act that he committed. And it's the same here today in the spirit, man, with these wicked Edomites, man. They want us to forget all the hell, all the rape, robbery, and murder that was put on our people, man. But the Most High hasn't forgot. What's that in Numbers where it talk about if blood is shed?
Numbers 35 and 33.
Hold that one next. Numbers
33, 35, one of those two.
Numbers 35 and 33. Go ahead, brother. Because basically, we want what the Most High wants, man. We serve a just power. So if there's a shedding of blood, there's only one way to make that right, man. And we're going to get that in a sec. Go ahead, brother.
Stay in Jeremiah, right?
Kind. Is it more?
Yeah, I'm going to read a little bit more. Yet, verse 35, yet thou sayest, because I am innocent, surely his anger shall turn from me.
That's right, because that's what they say. They're innocent, man.
I kept the law.
I kept the law, man. Look at, it's your own people that are killing each other. Y'all are preaching hate, reverse racism, man. All of these different semantical games that the damn Edomites play to basically get us to forget or to so-called forgive all the atrocities that they put against our people, man. But they don't understand that the Most High never forgets, man. Matter of fact, that's in, Ecclesiastes, the 3rd chapter. Matter of fact, get that real quick since I'm on it. And hold Numbers too. I want to get that.
I got Numbers.
I think it's Ecclesiastes. Ecclesiastes 3 and 15. Get Numbers real quick.
Numbers chapter 35, verse 33. So ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are, for blood it defileth the land, and the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it.
That's right, man. I want to get all the meat off that bone. It says, there should not pollute the land where they dwell therein, man. So Esau, on every level, he pollutes the land, man.
Mm-hmm.
Spraying chemtrails, putting fluoride in the water, basically having oil spills in the water to where you got ocean and aquatic animals beaching themselves, man. You're supposed to observe the land Sabbath, according to the law, man. After 6 years of basically plowing and sowing in the earth, you're supposed to allow the land time to rest and move and plow in another part of the land.
Rest on that 7th year.
Rest on the 7th year. I think that's in Exodus, you know? But the so-called white man, he goes against every way that the Most High set up that's righteous, man, and pollutes the earth. And it says, you know, also is not supposed to shed the innocent blood, man. Matter of fact,
if I can say this, like if interrupting you, he does all those things, but when they make a movie about the Bible, who plays the Israelites? So-called white man. You taking the book, so all the Torah, all these writings apply to Israelites. But being that you took the book and you calling yourself one of us, now all this stuff applies to you, and you're gonna have to pay for all this.
Right,
all this madness that's being perpetuated on the earth, you're gonna have to pay for it.
That's right, brother. Hey, that's beautiful, man, because the Most High is a just power, man. You even had these so-called Bible Belt Christians that'll say an eye for an eye, you know? The Most High is with an eye for an eye.
Mm-hmm.
In Revelations, the 13th chapter, it says, he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. And it's the same with shedding blood. Can you read that again, Bob?
This is Numbers chapter 35, starting at verse 33. So ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are, for blood it defileth the land, and the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it.
But by the blood of him that shed it. That's the only way to make that right. That's the only way to make a retribution, man. For that innocent blood that was shed on our people, man, the Most High in the Spirit set it up to where we gonna have to shed your blood. Yep. That's the only way it's gonna be even Steven, man. No other way. We don't want no goddamn stimulus package. We don't want no damn, what is it called? 40 acres and a mule, reparations. Like, because our people are low level in mind, man. They don't have a rulership mentality, so they want all these different little menial ass gifts from a white man. But the men of the Lord, we want what the Lord want, basically, man. We want justice. We want your life. We want your blood.
If I may say this, a lot. We want our name back.
Exactly. Yeah.
We want our Savior to be represented as he truly is. We don't want everybody looking up some so-called nasty-ass white man.
Yeah.
Caesar Borgia, Cesare Borgia. We don't want that to be perpetuated. We want the truth in the earth. We want all the truth back. As Satan stole it and put all this bullshit out there, we want the truth back. And if us being the top of the heap, then well, hey, that's so it is. But when wickedness is at the top of the heap, the so-called white man is living his life, right? It's a lot.
Hey, he's the border of wickedness. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, just like the brother said, and you know, 100. That's why the Lord set up 144, man, 144 for the elect, because a certain group of people have to do it, which is the opposite of two-thirds, man. Like the brothers going into our people on a low spiritual vibration, man. They just want to fucking build in a place you ain't gonna be acknowledged in, man. You niggas is brought over here in slave ships.
Right.
So-called white man ain't trying to have you sovereign. Why would you give sovereignty to people that you rule over? Hell no. You don't do that as a ruler.
Hey, Malcolm X said it best, man. Like, which we don't big up him, man. We know at the end of the day he was a wicked nigga. But what he said, it had substance to it. He said basically a man can't beg for his freedom. The only way to gain true freedom, man, is you have to be bloodshed. You're gonna have to be willing to die for your freedom, man.
That's right.
And that's what the men of the Lord that the Most High is setting up, man. We willing to put everything on the line to basically where the truth is gonna be exalted on the earth, and we gonna get our name back, we gonna get our inheritance back, and we gonna basically see the Most High's judgment over our enemy. We ain't trying to basically build up a tent in the damn wicked's backyard. Because that's what Jacob essentially wants to do. They want to set up a flag in Esau's empire and just kind of go along to get along with the status quo. No, man. We want our own dominion. We want our own sovereignty, man. Because that's what true sovereignty is. You don't go to the next man and ask for your rights. You establish your own, man. We're trying to have our own standards set up in the earth through the will of the Heavenly Father.
Because our people always talking about, well, we don't have no political stance, no economic power. You was brought over here in fucking boats.
Right.
You weren't brought over here out of negotiation from the Arabs and the Edomites. That was the negotiation. Right. You wasn't brought over here to succeed, man.
Yeah.
And don't be simple, like brothers ain't got jobs and things as of nature that's going on, man. Brothers got stuff they do. We got brothers who own businesses, but we know this shit can collapse anytime. Our people are thinking down the line. When we think down the line, we thinking chaos. According to the scriptures, we thinking bodies on bodies and blood in the street down the line. Not, oh man, this man, we coming up. No.
Yeah, and ultimately, if I could just say this, we're not trying to sustain ourselves and prosper in a wicked empire, man. Right. We only do what we have to do to function, to operate, to push the word, man.
Just to back up what you said, the scripture say the gold is canker. So I don't want nothing that you can give me. I don't want nothing that the so-called white man can take out of his pocket and hand me. I don't want that.
Exactly.
I want all my gifts spiritually from Yahweh.
Exactly.
I don't want somebody to say, well, you're right, and give me more money back on an income tax return. No. I want my gifts from Yahweh. And just to add to a point about being sovereign, Salaki.
You got it.
The so-called white man isn't sovereign.
Yep.
It's Edomites walking around here that's not sovereign. Yep. The so-called Chinese man isn't sovereign. Do they not have to get a passport to go here, to there, to there? Yep. Nobody's sovereign. Like the brother said, if you want to be sovereign, you're going to have to take that back with force.
You gotta take it, man.
But the problem you niggas got is, you don't know who to go to. You trying to get sovereignty through a loophole and paperwork. Yeah. But this nigga wrote the paperwork.
Nah, and guess what, man? Even like just saying that the Edomites don't have sovereignty, people don't understand that this is nothing but a British empire. This is nothing but just an extension of the British monarchy. America, they don't understand that who is the federal deficit owed to? It's on to the queen. This is nothing but a damn British, what is it, colony? You know? So, just going into the day, man, we don't want to prosper in a kingdom that's set to be destroyed because it's built on treachery and blood, man. And the Most High hasn't forgotten, man. And the Most High is putting the Spirit on His men to remember those things, man, and to speak on those things, man. Go ahead and get that out.
Ecclesiastes
3 and 15.
Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verse 15.
Isaiah 50.
That which hath been is now, and that which is to be hath already been. And the Most High requireth that which is past.
So there's nothing new under the sun. That's the point, man. And the Most High requires that which is past, man. So I don't want to hear that shit, man. Well, that was way back then. Well, it wasn't me. Well, that was 60 years ago. That was 100 years ago. That was before I was born. That was before my time, man. But reincarnation is real. That's in the Bible, man. Because these same spirits that was here, that was back generations ago, they're here on the earth today, man. Being set up to receive their judgment. And the Most High, He remembers that which is, it says He required that which is past. So somebody has to pay that big ass tab of wickedness, man. Mainly with the blood that was shed among our people, man. There has to be payback for that. So that's another reason why we sigh and cry for all the abominations, man, because we know all this wicked history and this wicked track record that our oppressor has, and it's still like, he's still like, always, anytime we complain, basically, he's like, how dare you? It's like we got the problem. We're negative. We're being hateful if we just bring it up. But it's like, you the one who doing this shit. I'm just merely pointing out what you did. Go ahead and get that. Isaiah 59 and 14.
Got you, brother. This is Isaiah. This is Isaiah, chapter 59, verse 14. And judgment is turned away backward, and justice standeth afar off. For truth is fallen in the street, and equity cannot enter.
That's right, and that just goes back to who's in power right now. That's the main reason why justice is